Hey guys, this is Christian and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be listening to the new album by Melanie Martinez called K-12. I was hesitant to listen and react to this because of everything that's happened. We don't even need to go into detail. We know what it is. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about all of it. So I've kind of like stayed away a little bit from her music just because I don't want to like think about that negative stuff. But I did decide that I'm going to react to this because I was always looking forward to new music from her because her first album and even that first EP, they were all really, really good. I mean, she has a very creative mind. She is a great lyricist. She has an interesting perspective. So I wanted to take a look at this album and see if it was something that I would feel like I was missing out on. So I'm gonna get into this album. Before we get into this video though, please press subscribe so you don't lose me. Let me know in the comment section what kind of things you want to see on my channel and I will respond back like I always do. With that being said, let's get into this album. I had to restart this literally like 5 times because I'm just like it gets me like confused and shit. But clearly this is like, it's gonna sound like a soundtrack because it is based off a movie, so it's very visual sounding.
Wait, I know the who sees what?
The driver sees it. So they're messing around on the bus. And he's watching. Oh. Okay, so she's watching from the side as well. She's learning a thing or two. See, the thing is with her, that's what I'm saying. Like, her music is just fucking... She always be... There's always that weird, like, dichotomy. Is that a big word? Is that the word of the day? Dichotomy between, like, the fact that her music sounds so, like, elementary, but then she talks about, like, more adult conversations, and it always unbalances me. It does sound very beautiful, though. This is my favorite part, probably. When it gets tender. See, I low-key hate though, like when songs do that, when they have sounds that kind of mess with the actual song, but it's a part of the visual. Because I want to bop to it. I don't want to have to like listen to a bus. I don't know how I feel about it because I don't really know where this album is going at all. I didn't really know what to expect either, other than, you know, like based off of her last album, her style. I don't even know what the point of the song is because, but at the same time, I feel like the point of the song is part of a greater picture because we're gonna get a whole story throughout the album. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to wait and see. See, this might bother me. The fact that every song is gonna have like an interference. Where the fuck is this going? Cause I'm getting bored. Let's go. Let's do something. Yeah. Just when I spoke, she started coming through with the production. There's always like a, like, what are we really talking about here, you know? Because she's masking it and all this stuff, giving us a very different metaphor, simile, whatever. I never really know what it is until I like listen to it repeatedly. Girl. Stand up for yourself? Is that what we're talking about? Like, don't let them step on you. So I really did not like the production and the verses at all for Classify. Like, I was not feeling that because it was just boringly repetitive. Like, okay, where are we going? Then when the chorus comes in, yes, I fuck with that. But it's also a short song, so I felt like I didn't really get much from it. And there's not really that much in lyrics. So that one is definitely not in my top. That one may not get the most streams from me because I wasn't in love with that one. I'm gonna need something to really like pick up, you know. I'm gonna need something to like really go in with the lyrics for me to be like, okay, bitch, damn. I think this might be it. Ooh, I like that though. Oh, when you come in her just so you can get your money, so you're just using her. Ah, the vocals though, like these little ad-libs. Yeah.
Hey.
See, okay, like, okay, so I like the production in this one a lot because it is very layered and it sounds like it's a part of it. You know, like, I feel like it works very cohesively. Like, even just, like, hearing the phone ring, it feels like part of the beat. Like, I'm not minding that at all. I actually really like this. And the melody. Girl. Hey. It's beautiful. Yeah, what? I have chills a little bit. I do, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that, boom, like the beat. Okay, see that one came through. Definitely, that's the top on this album. Period. I really like these lyrics though because like, she's talking about control. She's talking about like the corruption. Yes, she's talking about, you know, people who are in control and taking advantage, shooting at the angels while claiming you're the good guy, spark our dreams and that's not right. The principal, when she said the principal, oh, where's the principal? Oh, see, like, when she says the principal, or where's the principal, I have, like, multiple things that are going in my head. I'm thinking, like, okay, is she saying that he is the principal, but, like, where are your principles? Where are your values? I like that perspective. I think that's actually really interesting. Or is she just saying the principal, where's the principal? Like, she's looking for somebody that's going to make this right, you know? Maybe she's talking about God. Maybe the principal, when she's saying, well, you know what, you know, like, this could go in so many different directions. Like, maybe she's, like, saying, like, God, where are you? Like, we need you. I like this. I like this. I like that I can, like, think of different things. Like, we need your help. Where are you at this time of need? Sounds like a horror movie or something. The killer's getting close, like that. It's really hard for me to hear this and, like, really understand what she's saying when also I'm, like, I feel like I'm getting pulled in so many directions because she has such layered, like, production and she has, like, these sounds that are also going with the music and stuff like that. I don't know, it's kind of, like, hard for me to focus on the lyrics, but wait, what are we talking about here? Because, okay, I remember that there was a whole issue with her where, like, people were saying that she was rude, or she didn't want to take pictures, oh, blah, 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 like, with her fans or whatever, stuff like that. Like, oh, she doesn't like her fans, oh, screw her, whatever. Is she making a reference to that? Is that what we're talking about here? Why is it so hard to see that I am human too? Like, if I cut, I will bleed because I am human too, like, period, like, have some consideration. Is that what we're talking about here? People are taking pictures and people are doing this and she's in the headlines and then people are all up in her face. Maybe. Oh, is she dragging people? See, I'm just gonna go with this theory about this song because I don't know where else to go. Honestly, at the beginning I was confused as hell. And then I started to put pieces together. I'm like, maybe this is what she's talking about. And I feel like she's okay mocking us. Like, why can't she take a picture with me? I'm screaming. She doesn't see me. She doesn't see me. On Twitter, you're my fave. Like, please notice me, notice me, notice me. Like, y'all be annoying. Me too, though. If you don't get your way, you're just gonna drag me. Because y'all some petty ass. She is most definitely dragging us, I feel like. I feel like she's saying, which is true though. Like, honestly, if somebody was coming up to me all the time, like, I don't care if I chose to be an artist. I don't care if I chose to do that. Like, I can't, yes, it comes with the territory that everybody's gonna be like this, but at the same time, like, you're still human, so why can't we have some considerations? When we are showing up at her doorstep, when we are all up in her face, when we are trying to take pictures, when we're like, oh, notice me, oh, be nice to me or whatever, and like, you know, and then disappointed when they're not nice to us or when they don't treat us in a certain way. It's like, yes, but they meet millions of people and they're tired. Like, I would be irritated too. Yes. She sounds beautiful. And she goes a little higher. Sometimes we want to escape our situation. Sometimes we just get tired. Ooh. We can't even, like, bop to this because we have to hear coughing and shit. See, like, I keep talking about how, like, this production or whatever is kind of irritating me because I'm, like, thinking, I can't play this anywhere. Like, I can't play this at work because people will literally think that I'm sneezing and shit. What are we talking about here? She is tired. Like, she wants a break sometimes, and sometimes she just wants to quit. You know, sometimes she just wants to let go. Maybe she's talking about the industry. People aren't happy with me. People love me. People hate me. It's very back and forth. Like... And then there's nobody that can help me in these situations. I can't escape it. I'm sick. I need to take a break.
I always wanted to be in a drama club, but I wasn't brave enough to get on stage and shit.
That's tea, honestly, because, like, you go into something wanting one thing, but then you have to deal with all these consequences of it. You know, dealing with people's opinions. Like, her making her music and stuff like that. She has to deal with so many people's opinions, then her personal life. Everything starts... It's like... All this drama has to come from just her wanting to be an artist. That ain't fair to them!
Hey.
Interesting, because I don't feel like this doesn't really sound like her. That's literally me right now trying to analyze every word she says.
Yes. Come on, pianos. Hey.
I really like the production of this one because it sounds very theatrical. It sounds like it would be in a movie. It sounds like it would be like an action movie or... I don't know. I just, like, you know, you get, like, this whole visual. Like, I'm imagining her walking away from a fucking fire. Like, I'm seeing all of that. And the lyrics are very relatable as well because she is talking about, like, you know, everything that comes with, like, things that, like she didn't choose. Like, you choose one thing, but you never know what the consequences are gonna be from that choice. And that's basically life. And in her situation, you know, as an artist, as a public figure, I'm sure she has to deal with a lot of that, as we have seen. Strawberry Shortcut. I feel like this is one that she, like, made early on, right? Like, I saw that in an interview, I think. She's spilling tea already. Welcome. I like this a lot. Let's revisit. All the things that we put women through. All these pressures. And everybody's watching closely. Because they're so focused. People are so I feel like people are more focused on how women look, how they appear, making sure that they are being however society is pressuring them to be. But they're not really focused on what's in here. They're not really focused on their intelligence. They're not really focused on what they bring to the table. Like, they're more focused on all these other things that are not important.
Come on now. Yes!
I think that's one of my favorites as well. The chorus itself is very catchy, so I really like that. And then I really like the production too, because it was very chill. I didn't feel like there was a lot of interference with, you know, the sounds or whatever. Like, I feel like they didn't overpower. And I do like the lyrical content because there is so many expectations for women, but also the fact that we don't hold men accountable for their actions in a lot of cases. Or we make excuses, or we turn a blind eye, etc., etc., etc. Not we, because me, no. But, you know, society tends to do that in general. So I really like that she talked about that. Hey. Ooh, this is very different. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go. I feel like Lunchbox Friends is kind of like I'm thinking of, like, Friends with Benefits almost, you know, like, she's just having fun. Like, this is just, we're just friends or whatever. Like, we're nothing serious. Ooh. Yeah. See, I really like this, but I don't know what she's saying.
Friendship that won't last very long. It's a temporary, ooh.
I like how it, like, slowly gets back to her voice. That's the tea. That is the tea because people, again, have like this way of like being so hypocritical. They want to be close to you. They love you. They show you love. They show you support. They're like, oh yeah, I'm there for you. But then when you do something they don't like, they start picking at it. They start criticizing because they really just want a reflection of themselves. Like that is what they do. That's what people do. People reflect their insecurities. People reflect their views. Like they need to see what they believe. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to have differences. It's okay to look at things from a different perspective. You can judge me or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm in charge of my own life. What is she saying in that part? Let's die together. I like this though. I like this outro. That was a beautiful way to end that song as well. I really love that song too. I feel like there are some songs in here that I'm really appreciating. Like this, to me, reminds me of why she is an artist. Like the way that she can really turn this like concept into actually say something that's meaningful and like that actually makes you think, but also the production as well. These choices are really nice. Like this to me is kind of like, oh, like this could stand the test of time. I really do love this song. We can just be, it could go, no, honey, it could go in a lot of different directions because she could be talking about friends that come and go, because that happens. You think that you have a connection. Oh no, we're not really that deep because you're just going to turn your back on me. If I'm not who you want me to be, that's going to be an issue. So she could be talking about that, but in the beginning I felt like maybe she was talking about like having casual relations. It's hard to trust people. Like it's hard to trust people and let people in because at the end of the day a lot of people just come and go. So how much are you going to give to somebody who's not even going to be here in a year? That's some tea right there. When you're looking at yourself and you just criticizing. Yes. Preach. That is so true. People are never satisfied. You're never going to be satisfied, really. I mean, that's why you have to love yourself. That's how life is. Like, everything changes. Your opinions change. The way you view things are changing eternally till death. I do like this here. Then you... Very, very nice delivery. See... She is really like speaking right now and trying to build us up, and that's probably the growth from the album. Is like we're kind of getting to a place where like she's starting to realize, ways that she can grow and the way she can be better and how she has to be nicer to herself and, empower herself, empower others. It's kind of like a full circle. This is beautiful here. This little change.
Hey.
Yeah, this song is really relatable as well because we tend to do that a lot. We are very much our worst critics. But she's kind of like having this moment where she's like, it's kind of like a realization moment within the song. So I feel like it kind of has to do with her telling herself, but also, like telling us, reminding us that we are good. We don't need to be trying to chase after anything other than just loving ourselves. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate that she went into that direction as well because she is hitting these kind of topics throughout these songs or whatever about kind of like, I don't know, like the different issues that we have to deal with as a society. So she's giving us something to be very reflective that makes us reflect within ourselves, which is what I'm doing here because I'm listening to her experience and I'm thinking about me and how I feel and how other people have felt that I know. Are we getting some Caribbean vibes? I'll be dirty winding. You're too focused on yourself that you're not really focused on maybe what am I feeling, what am I going through. Oh. That has layers to it, like not addressing things. It actually does more harm.
I mean...
She's trying to take a second to herself. She needs it. She needs to have a moment. She needs to be able to recoup. She needs to recover. And she's not getting the chance because at the end of the day, all it's about what is she giving. You know, it's all about, you know, sucking her dry. You know what I'm saying? What is she talking about? Who's she talking about? I don't know. Maybe she's talking about a relationship. Maybe she's talking about her label. I don't know. You know, it could be about how we feel like sometimes, I don't know, I've been through this, when you're in like a relationship or whatever, and you feel like you have to be giving like 900%, and like it's not enough. And then when you try to take a second to yourself, it's bad. It's hard to see eye to eye. It's hard to be able to look at it from the same perspective because, you know, you're two different people, but, or three or four, you know, if you're into that. Some people don't see the effort that you're giving and don't appreciate it because they just want more, they want more, they want more. And it's because it's never enough because they are dealing with their own issues. Things alright is the tense. Oh, she sounded like she was screaming in silence. Like she was like trying to scream, but like she couldn't. So she had to like whisper a scream. That's interesting that she ended on that. It's like she's like almost like going crazy. Like she's like in a box and she's like, ah, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to interpret here and to kind of like figure out, you know, what is she talking about specifically in her life would be really interesting to know, because I saw it in so many different perspectives, and that's what's great with her music, because she is giving us such comparisons and she is going so stylistic in a certain direction lyrically as well, that there's so much to interpret and you can totally interpret it in whatever way that works for you. You're giving 900% and that's still not enough to them. Like they cannot appreciate it. You have to actually be like, okay, it's actually hurting me more. I need to leave this situation. And that sounds like what she needs to be doing in this situation. Like she needs to be separating herself and she needs to be able to deal with whatever it is that she's struggling with, instead of giving more, because nobody is appreciating and they're just trying to suck her dry. Teachers. Is that a fly? See, I don't fuck with those, so. Her delivery right now is everything. Like the way she's kind of like going down. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, not the devil.
It's like haunting almost.
You sound a little crazy though, I'm not gonna lie. I don't dislike this one. I actually like the production. It was really nice there. But at the same time, the lyrical content really isn't for me. Like, I can't really be bopping to this because, I mean, what's happening here is not. Nah. I really like that in the production, though. It did have, like, this escalation. It was very theatrical, and it was like, it was a little bit creepy, you know? It was very that. Like, I'm very curious to see what that would look like in the movie. Are we getting like an actual ballad? Ooh, yes, go off with the vocals. I feel like this one's gonna be a favorite. Yes. It was a beautiful way to put it, Melanie. Hey. Yes. She knows exactly what she wants. She's giving him a list. She's like, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to accept this. I need you, if you're not going to be here for the long haul, you need to go. She better know what she wants.
Yes. Me.
Hey, this is low-key a bop, though. How many are we going to have? Ooh. Oh! She better. She said, step 7 through 11. If you cheat, you gonna fucking die. She needy, but hey, that's her. At least she knows it.
Hi. Hey, I love that part.
She's doing some interesting. She's doing some really interesting vocal aerobics, honey. Hey. beautiful. Yes, the delivery, everything. Okay. Yes, wow. That is definitely going as well in the top. I have a lot of tops here. Not... I'm stupid. This is a really good song. It is a bop. It started off very beautiful. Honestly, this... This might be at the top, and I think it's because when I look at it as a song as a whole, like literally from the beginning, it started so soft, just her vocals, and the delivery was beautiful. But then it actually got into a bop, even though it's still kind of like a low-key song. You know, it's not really hitting hard, but it's a bop. Like, I could blast this, light it up, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying? She knows exactly what she wants, and I appreciate that. Like, a lot of us still are trying to figure it out. We still don't know who we are. But she has it all figured out. She's like, look, I'm going to give you this list, 1 through 11. And 7 through 11 are very important, by the way. And then low-key made me laugh, too, because they are aggressive. But, yes, it packs a little bit of a punch there. So I think this is one of the best songs for sure. And sadly, we are reaching the end of this album. This work of art. Ooh. It would have been nice, like, if we got, like, a lot of vocals here in this last song just to end it. But I don't think we're going to get that. Yes. I feel like this is kind of like a really beautiful way to end it though, because it's... because like, okay, we're reaching the end. Obviously, we're at the end of the album, and it's kind of like this last song is very reflective to kind of like the whole album, like kind of like the beginning. People are gonna try to make you feel like you don't have the worth. Yes, I like that. Just remember in the background. It's really about... You have to be there for yourself. Remember. Oh, that's how it ended. That was a very nice way to end the album, I think, because it was very reflective. You know, it kind of started off with her saying, I remember being like this and like that when I was younger or whatever. I'm looking back, but I've learned some things now that I can tell myself, you know, to not let other people get into your head. Don't let other people tell you what to do. When they do spew this negativity at you, stand up straight because you got this. Like, just remember, like, you're good enough. You're good to go. You don't need everybody else's approval. You don't need anything else. At the end of the day, follow your heart. Do what you need to do. Take care of yourself. And I really like that it ended like that. And it did kind of like round out the album. You know, we've been through a lot through this album. And, you know, I think it just ended in a really beautiful way. I feel like in general, like if I'm trying to compare it to her first album, I feel like it still holds its weight because I do love the first album. The first album was amazing, but it still feels like a continuation of that because the sound is still very similar in a lot of ways. Because they are works of art, they are masterpieces. Like, she does kind of think of everything, you know, in terms of production, in terms of lyrics, in terms of a storyline. She really stays true to it, and I feel like it does the same thing as the first album in that sense. I definitely had a lot of favorites. I mean, I love The Principal, I love Strawberry Shortcake, I love Lunchbox Friends, I love Orange Juice, I love High School Sweethearts. So I think those are definitely my favorites, but if I had to say like my top, High School Sweethearts is definitely up there. And then if I had to pick another one, that would be really hard. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say High School Sweethearts is my favorite track on the album because of the variety, but also the intricacy. The lyrics were beautiful. Like, I love that she was really strong in her point of view, but they were kind of fun, but at the same time, it was a bop. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you made it to the end of this video, press the like button and also click subscribe so you don't lose me. And let me know in the comment section, what did you think about this album? What were your favorite songs? What do you feel about it in comparison to Crybaby? Let me know which one's your favorite, and I'll respond back like I always do. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.